There comes a moment when you look someone in the eye and you know what they've done. You see the lies, the betrayal, the manipulation, and in that moment they realize you know. What do they do next? That is where the darkness begins. This is not just about psychology. This is about strategy. This is about what the ancient Stoics knew long before psychology was even a word. Today, we're diving into 7 things evil people do when they know that you know. Backed by Stoic wisdom, real stories, and the kind of truth most people are too afraid to say out loud. This isn't sugar-coated. It's not polite. But it's real. And it just might change the way you see the people around you. So buckle up. Because once you know these 7 things, you can never unsee them. 1. They pretend harder to be good. The first thing evil people do when they know you see them is they fake it harder. They wear the mask even tighter. They offer fake apologies. Suddenly they're generous, overly kind, acting like nothing ever happened. It's manipulation through charm. They're not sorry, they're cornered. Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." When evil people think they're smarter than you, they'll pretend, not change. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once suspected betrayal in his inner circle. He didn't confront it emotionally. He observed, he waited. He noted how certain friends began complimenting him excessively. That wasn't loyalty, it was fear disguised as flattery. The more good they act, the more you should watch their eyes. 2. They gaslight you relentlessly. They'll twist your memory, rewrite the past. Suddenly you're the crazy one, you're the problem. And they're just misunderstood. Seneca wrote, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." Evil people hate this idea. They thrive on your self-doubt. If you live immediately, if you trust yourself, they lose power. In Nero's court, Seneca, his mentor, watched the emperor descend into madness. Nero gaslighted the entire empire. He blamed others for his crimes, rewrote history in his favor. And Seneca knew, when someone starts denying your reality, they're trying to destroy your strength. Remember, gaslighting isn't confusion. It's a strategy. 3. They try to destroy your reputation. Once you've seen the truth, you become a threat. And when evil people feel exposed, they try to turn the spotlight back onto you. They whisper lies. They twist your words. They start small fires behind your back and call themselves the victim. Marcus Aurelius said, "If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after." But evil people, they're after control. Not truth, never truth. Cato the Younger was a threat to Julius Caesar, not because he fought, but because he stood for integrity. Caesar knew if Cato remained respected, he couldn't rule absolutely. So Caesar spread rumors, Cato is stubborn, Cato is unhinged. But Cato didn't flinch. Let them lie. The Stoics teach us, your virtue is yours. Their lies are theirs. 4. They play the victim. Once they're caught, they flip the script. Suddenly, they're the one who's hurt. They were just trying their best. You misunderstood. It's emotional blackmail in disguise. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Evil people know this. They exploit your empathy. They weaponize your kindness. Seneca was ordered to take his own life after falling out with Nero. What did Nero say? That Seneca was plotting against him. He played the victim to justify the execution of a man who had only ever guided him. Sometimes the victim cries loudest, because they're hiding the blood on their hands. 5. They test your silence. When they know you know, they don't always react right away. They wait. They test you. They drop hints. They watch your eyes. They want to see, will you speak or stay silent? Epictetus reminds us, If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. That means stay quiet when it matters, not to be weak, but to be ready. Marcus Aurelius was surrounded by political snakes. He didn't announce what he knew. He stayed still. He let them show their hand. The Stoic power is this: your silence is your strategy. Let them think you're naive until it's too late for them to run. 6. They sabotage you quietly. If they can't scare you, if they can't charm you, they try to break you quietly. They'll sabotage your work. They'll isolate you. They'll create stress behind the scenes, hoping you'll crumble in public. Seneca said, "No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity." Don't be deceived. Just because things look calm doesn't mean they are. Cato's speeches in the Senate were constantly undermined, not by open challenge, but by interruptions, forged documents, sudden absences by key allies. This is how evil moves, in whispers, in shadows. But if you live by principle, not praise, they can't take your peace. 7. They become obsessed with you. This is the darkest truth. Once you see them clearly, they can't look away from you. They follow you. They obsess over your downfall, because you're the one thing they fear most, a mirror. Marcus Aurelius again. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. They want you bitter, angry, ruined. But if you rise, if you thrive, you destroy them without lifting a finger. Even after Cato's death, Caesar feared his legacy. He feared his ideas. So much so, he had books burned, letters destroyed. Why? Because when evil knows you know, they can't rest until you're silent. So don't be. You may not be a Stoic. You may not be a philosopher. But you know what it's like to see the truth in someone and feel the darkness stare back. Evil is not always a villain in a black cape. It's often a smile, a favor, a voice saying, "Trust me," when everything inside you says don't. So here's what the Stoics would tell you. Observe, don't react. Stand firm, not loud. Act with virtue, not vengeance. Speak less, move wisely. And never, never let evil dictate your soul. Because when evil people know that you know, you've already won. If you stay still, silent and strong. If this resonated with you, if you've seen it, felt it, lived it, then you're not alone. Comment below. Which of these 7 have you experienced? Which one hit hardest? And remember, this isn't just about spotting evil. It's about not becoming it. Subscribe for more Stoic truths, real talk, and the kind of mindset they can't manipulate. Until next time, hold your ground, live with reason, and never let the darkness steal your light.